was just listening, and I'm listening to a guy. His name is Paul. This is the guy who put it out. Paul Begley, B-E-G-L-E. And he's talking, and this comet is the biggest comet we'll ever see, and this comet this, and it's funny that NBC, after a whole year, waits to remind us that this comet was 15 times the size of the moon before, the year before. They announce it at 12 miles, at a half a mile, and everybody... And then he mentions it's the first day of Thanksgiving, which I just finished a piece last night, a very small piece, in which the same thing happened to my grandmother when she died. They got her birthday wrong by a year and 11 days. The same time that they changed for George Washington's birthday. We are actually in November of 2012 right now. They said the last time it was here was 1888. Before that, the next time it'll come is 7943. The only comets he knew was Halley's Comet. Halley's Comet was a delivery service of air supply. All the numbers, all they tell us is everything is a lie. That the truth is out there. When he spoke, he said the comet was here since the dawn of time. Therefore, God must have put out the comet. And then 2 seconds later, he says, in the pre-dawn sky. The pre-dawn sky, in the pre-dawn of time, and God must have made it. Don't you see what he's telling us? Of course we get jagged stories. I told you a story yesterday. I'm not sure if we should eat the bacon and eggs. Bacon and eggs go together. They tell all the Jews, don't eat any pork. So what are we supposed to do with the chicken then? Salt it up, lie to ourselves, put a little bit more salt, a little bit less to heal the wound, or to smother the wound? To make it hurt so much that it goes away because it hurts so much that it's still there. It's just you made it hurt so much more that it feels like nothing happened at all. 1888, I've been working on that number. Barack Obama into an 8-year service. George W. Bush into an 8-year service. Bill Clinton of an 8-year service. How much closer can you get to 1888? Telephone service, it's a house call. And they're ready to clean house. Why? How come? Has it happened before? Probably in a previous world they called Earth. Because all I know is this whole thing is surrounded by the French. Because all the French numbers go back to the earlier of times when numbers were less rather than more. When 7 ended in creation, but 6 brought on creation. 37 numbers in roulette and 38 in North American roulette because they don't play the same game. They play both worlds. They make their bets after the ball is landed. Social insurance numbers? No, actually, like the gentleman said yesterday, do they have the placenta? Not only do they have all the quad and the squab tips that they shoved up and up your ass and their finger and gloves that they save and throw away, or which patients we're in today, we have to pay you, we have to know. So they know whose DNA is mixed with what and everything gets reclassified. Where? On a smaller but bigger scale. Because it's the little things they take in and they put away that they can only use. Otherwise they're cheating all the way, and you can't cheat all the way. That's why they put a limit. When you make a bet in roulette, there's a limit to how much you can bet. Just in case somebody knows where the ball's going to land. They broke it all down, so there's a limit on every single number. In every single position. In any single of any color at all, if a color does not come. Because if you're betting green, you're betting a minimum of 17 to 1. Betting green, 17 to 1 says I split between 2 numbers, but there's 3 zeros, 3 positions. Put 2 zeros next to 1 zero, you got 88. 8, 8, 8. When you put 3 zeros in a triangle, you have 0, 8, 0, 8, 0, 8, and reconnect 0, 8, 32, the back door of Christ, creation heaven. Why do you think the Montreal Canadiens won 24 Stanley Cups? Because this was all set up Would you say it was a setup? Of course they had to play well, but they're part of the system. They knew where they were going to go. They knew who can trade them. They knew who was there. They knew who was there before anything started. You see, they play two of the three sides. They're just not you. They speak to the coach, and they speak to the other owners, and they know what they have to do to get you, because they know who you are already off the list. What do you think about flags? This is a flag. Yeah. This is a flag when the wind is not blowing. See the Z that it makes? What do you want it to R? Do you want to continue on to this side and show what this side shows to create our letters? 111. 888 and 111? No. 888 and 222. 2 times 888 is 1776. So when it came back in 1888, it was 101 years since George Washington, which they called him something about the cherry tree, I'm not quite sure. But he was a general, and nothing is general. It becomes all private, and it's general again. So when he's a general, hey, he's a general, but he's not a private. So you're private, and he takes all your contents because now you're just private. But privates, the generals get to take everything from them. So as much as you're private, if they use the word private on you and your private possessions, well, it's general and it's their possessions. Do you understand? Just like the gentleman said yesterday, what a person is, a person, place, or thing. That's why you put it in capital letters. I write in capital letters all the time. I want to make capital letters and regular letters all the same. Because some of them, small letters, you ever see me write small? I'm going to show you how I write a small R. This is how I write an R. Big, small, I don't care what it is. I cannot leave the door open for another letter to come in and use me up as their letter. So when I say it's all in general, general is higher than a private. Private is nothing, so what you got at home is not yours at all, because it's now the general's. General owns all privates. He orders them, he tells them when to wake up and when to sleep. So how close are we going to keep our private parts right now? Do we tell it when to get up and sleep, our private parts? Or does it wake up just like that and our private parts start telling us what to do? So is that general? Or is that private? Who was the order given by? What was private was now dictated by general. You're the general. You look, you see, she's hot, he's hot. Oh boy, stand up, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to get the rivers going. See how hot the steam engine's going to get up and down this river line. One of the corners in Monopoly. I made it a little bigger, we got a window. But now, we have to move this guy. This is the spade. See the Y that connected to the center, 515? It's automatically Superman. We'll cut it off here. We'll make the diamond in the rough. We'll turn it all around. We'll have 2, 2, and 2, which will be 8, 8, and 8. This is 1. This is 2. I don't know about you, but if I had 2 here and 2 here on the outside, I don't know, am I battling the inside? What is that diamond as he fought the diamond 8? Look at all the corners. They're all spades. They're all Superman sides. 1 for all and all for one. All is a circle. The round table are the knights. 2 versus 1. In which point does alpha beat beta? Is it the alpha system or the beta system? Which one's easier to read? Beta VHS, cassettes. We'll cut it and splice it and dice it. We'll fit in the pieces in between. And it'll be the easiest to read over a disc. Whatever you have touched, you have left a mark. But the air in which you have not been to yet, you have left no mark, and nobody knows you were there, unless you connect by leaving a scent. And that's what the animals do. So they took away man's scent. It was sent away. Things in our biotics, in our bionics, if you don't say it for a long, long, long time, the word scent, you will think of it a little bit different. In what sense of the matter was it the scent? Again, this is your spade. We'll spin her on her head and see how we do. Because now this is the face of Jack. You know Jack. See if I can find Jack in here. Wait, what you can see, well, I can't bend this card. I cannot bend that card. I cannot bend these cards. Oh no, I cannot bend these cards. How is everybody today? There you go. I got this card over here. Where's my scissors? Scissors. Hello, scissors. Can't get mad at, just in case there's somebody underage watching. I'm going to refrain. I'm going to refrain from all swear words. Can I say freeze-uck? Like freeze and uck? Like the same thing? I just want to do something, and yeah, there you go. I have a handicapped school across the street from me. Am I not blessed or what? And they used to work for my brother, some of them. Man, am I blessed or what, eh? Handicapped school across the street. How much more can I drag a good spirit and the good saints of those kids across the street? And their parents have to, can I say, let's say the word, you have to put up with it. Do you see to my side here, there's only a little wedge between the carpet? How large it is between me and the door, and only a little piece? Because the sides, the walls have been moved over. We're living in a larger area right now. Is it us or is it them who takes advantage of who we are? Where is that? All of a sudden the book seems to have disappeared. Well, I don't want to do it this way. I'm going to do it a little bit different. Okay, we're going to do it like this. Would you say that was a jack? What would you say? That's the spade. Spade has one eye. The other one will have two eyes. You see the two twos? Two eyes. And in between, the bridge of the nose. And then you have the nostrils of the nose. And then here the mouth opens and the neck. And man stands up. He's a jack of all trades. All spades. The king, he becomes his father. The crown has the same warp in it. See the mask over here? I have a picture that can show you the same mask. Now they're talking about planet ISON, and we're supposed to talk about Hanukkah, how it ends up on the same day as Thanksgiving. Now I've got a double duty check right now. I got to go check on Hanukkah. I got to go check on Thanksgiving. I got to understand that we're 11 days behind in 1 year because my grandmother's birthday was actually, she was 11 years forward, my grandmother. My grandmother was born on August 4th of 2014 and passed away on February 15th of 1992. Now, of 2000, she was born in 1914. She passed away in February of 2013. Now, according to the birth of Washington, who was born on the 11th of February, which is 2 and 1 and 1, which can actually be saying 2 and 2, or 1 and 1 is 2 times 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 8, or we can say 2 and 9, because 2 and 9 is 11, and 9 and 2 is 11. You add 99 to both of them. They retain their same number, but they also become 11. Did you follow me? 2 and 9 is 11, 1 and 1 is 2. So they remain the same 2 by adding 99. So George Washington does it, my grandmother does it, and now we follow the Gregorian calendar, and more or less, I'm going to tell you, it's either A, okay, not the 28th of November. According to George Washington, I go backwards and forwards the same amount of time because just in case it's a code. So what I would do is go, today is not the 27th, today is the 28th, and the 8th of December Oh my God, the exact date I worked out once before. The 8th of December, the night I died for the first time. Or at least the last time I had a beer. I was drinking a beer, and that was probably one of the last times I ever had a beer. But I was drinking a beer, and I got a beer bubble, and my whole body was like stalled. And it was during the game. It was on a Monday night football game, because my son, or Sunday night football, or is it Monday night football? Sunday night football. He was born Monday, 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m. And it's December 8th now, but it's December 8th of 2012, not 2013. So it's either December 8th or it's actually the 16th of November. Right now, the 16th of November. You see, maybe they're falling behind and coming back in time because all these tools that we use, it seems like there's a possibility as the day goes on, they go out of sync as almost things get further away. And then the next day they come back into sync and out of sync at different times, so that way they can keep playing everything and holding on to that special year and 11 days. It's funny, a year and 11 days. George Washington, February 11th. Now they say it's February 22nd. That's a year and 11 days. 111 again. George Washington, President Lincoln, the George Washington Bridge, and the Lincoln Tunnel. My question is, how much electricity is hooked up and going underneath into the city through these bridges? And another thing, I mentioned something about breakfast. It's not good to eat and this and that and the other thing. You have to understand, whatever I say, think the opposite right away. Give the opposite a chance in case I made a mistake. Holy crick, Mr. Tacpan's made a mistake. Oh, do you think I'm perfect? God, no. Shit, no, I'm not perfect. I smoke the ganja, my friends. Remember the chemtrails? What I've told you, my friends. The ganja you smoke takes away from the chemtrails. That instead of the seaweed builds on your mind and eats away your mind. It's not the marijuana eating away at your mind. Not one bit. Something to do with the air. You see, yes, it could be marijuana if, can you overdose in how many years? But if it was marijuana, inside the chemicals we eat is a little marijuana every single day. Throwing that towards the factor. I mean, I went to buy juice today. 100% pure juice. And I looked on the back and it says water added. Water added? Well, now what do? Water added? Was it distilled? Didn't even say. I went to buy salmon. I looked at the salmon. Salmon didn't say a word to me. It said Atlantic salmon, and as you finish reading, provincial agricultural salmon. And then the other one says Pacific, but it wasn't specific because it was agricultural, and all it said was Pacific on it. Specific, natural, whole wheat, all bran. What's all bran? You want me to show you what I see? To show you what I see. I see this. In my eyes, it's got 5 dots. You can say something else. You can say it's got a northeast and a southwest, or a south or a northwest, and you know what I'm saying on the angles. You can say I got the opposition. There's the ruler. I'm pointing. Whatever I'm pointing at, my ruler is going to point backwards at the same thing in the opposite direction, and the other guy is going to say the same thing to you. He's going to go left, and you're going to say left. He's going to say up, and then you're going to say up. You're both going to be doing the same thing, saying the same exact words. The difference is, you're both saying the truth. It's only the one in the middle that takes part in both sides that will see and know the difference. But it's only your last thought that makes all the difference at all. No, I'm not going to do Thanksgiving, nor am I going to do Hanukkah in this video. Why? Because it wouldn't be fair for me to look up and ruin such a perfect video that I made so far. 1945, Roosevelt, Grover, Bush. Was there anybody else that got duplicated? A set of Bushes? Well, yeah, put them over there. Grover, well, turn it on. Put it a little louder. My kid loves Sesame Street. 10 o'clock, 22, eh? The other side of the world. The other side of the world may not be the other side of the world, but they may have joined oceans from a different galactica. They put all these oceans together. They say, here is Earth. Here's part of Earth. We took this out of that tube over there, billions of years old. We'll have them thinking about life. The man in the middle. The man in the middle. What do you see of him? What do you see of him? What do you see on the cards? You see the bell in between. Or you see the bigger bells. Each one's got a bell, and in between, only a small little bell. Where is this bell? The ribs, number 11. Looks like a penis to me. Looks like a vaginal section to me. Looks like the penis in the vaginal section. I don't know about you. I don't like to talk about this. And for all you kids that heard that stuff, guess what? It's just a tunnel and a stick. That's all it is. When you get a little older, it starts to vibrate and it can almost speak to you. Okay? But on this side, when we turn it around, you see more of the center than you do on the sides. Just like behind me the carpet and behind me the wall. This is what's taken over your life. 4 on one side, 4 on the right, 1 in the center. We don't want to turn around this card yet. You see which ones we have? 9, 10, and King. That couldn't work out any more perfect because you're the only one eye on that side. That's all you actually have. You have one eye, one complete eye. You have 2 eyeballs, but you have one vision. Can you split your eyes apart and go like, I don't know. Shit. Ooh, kids. All those kids that heard shit. If you're 0 to like 3 years old, you might think of maybe you did one. And for all those between 4 years old and over, you're thinking of doing one. Or you're watching this just about in your dinner. You just finished dinner. And it's a bad video, so that's why we use that word. Terrible, Ronnie. Look what you did to the people. You want to see a little piece I'm working on? I'm working on this painting over here. What do you think if we turn it this way? Can you see? But my painting on the, hold on a second. This goes up, this goes up, this goes up. Yeah, compare it to the ceiling. This way, this way. There you go. Compare it to the ceiling, the wall. We'll get everything mixed into this. Here, we'll get part of the kitchen into it. We'll get the kitchen, the floor. Now, all we have to do now is Photoshop this whole thing and drag everything together and make your own collage. One day I'm going to have to pay the rent here, I guess, right? It's going to happen one day. It's going to be a different day that day. But remember, this is the way it works. You put them like this. See, this one goes right into here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See the way they're closer together? The difference? Can you see the difference, how it looks closer together? But this is half of this is half of this. These have stayed on the bottom. These became this house. It's not this house anymore that you see, but it's this house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Otherwise, you see it this way. See the ears? The difference in the ears, then putting the ears this way? And your feet, now you look like a pig with ears that are flopping over. I showed you the flag. I showed you the space hanging down. It's not a flag like this, or a wing. See the duck feet it shows in here? Because the duck feet have webs, right? Just like the flag, when you open it up and you close it, the webbings close. I'm not quite sure what else and where, but I'm going to come back. I'm going to paint a little bit and come back and do Thanksgiving. And the comet ISON, oh yeah, we are definitely in the year 2012. We are definitely not in the year 2013, because 313s make 39, and when you make 39, 39 is owned by 52. Because after you hit 39 and own it, you go to 52. 39 outs to the 7th gate in that inning. You end on a 12-21, my friends. Why? Because when you get a berth inside the house of 12, you got 21. You got everything you need unless you're up against a dealer. But guess what? Once you got 21, God ain't coming to get you out until the end of time, because the dealer is the last one, irregardless, on the table to get a cards, and most blackjack tables have at least 7 positions. So that is the gateway. So once you get your 21, you are in. What it means when we play the other way, when the dealer gets 21, well, she loses, because she gives away a child into the world. She takes away your money. Taking away your money is your life, because at a table, when you run out of money, there is no life for the game. A chip and a chair. Isn't that what they said, Al? Just a chip and a chair. Raphael 7286 on the constellation of Pegasus. As long as you don't give up your chip, they won't take away your chair. Thank you for watching this video. And oh yeah, is ISON coming? Let her come on in, because the Mayans are right on. I looked at their calendar. I looked at it. I don't know how to read it one bit, but what I can tell you is number 5 is all over it. Okay? This is number 1. Just want to show you something. This is number 4. This is number 5. Now what are we supposed to do? They say this is 1 and this is an ace. You see it's capitalized, right? But why are her pants so low? Why is the ace so far down? Look at her angle of this ace. She's not a V ace. This ace has completely went down 2 levels in a new box. She's not proportionate, this ace. The same way as these cards are not proportionate. Are we playing rectangular? A piece here, a piece here, a piece here? How are the worlds? Like a ruler? Like a ruler? Like a ruler? More like a football? How do you want to go through space? Like a regular ball? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. All I do is play with things. That's the best I can do for magic. Oh, 5, 1, and 4. That's royal. Because it's royal, and this is what they want. They want Quebec. What is Marlene Marois going to do? Is she on their side? Because that's the prize. The prize of this world is keeping hydroelectric alive. They need that prize. They got to keep moving things on this earth to keep this earth rolling and recreating its own energy, without understanding that maybe if they get their own energy, they can go fly outside one day. Planet Earth? Planet Earth? Hey kids, you finished in the sand pit? Yeah, Dad, we're finished on Mars. Well, pick up Earth and bring it back in. We don't want it to blow away in the wind, you know. The wind is porous and full of holes, and she'll drop your Earth off wherever she goes. Okay, Dad, what about the water? Well, just breathe in deep. You'll have all the water you want. That's why you were playing in the sand, to keep it cool. Bring Earth back into the house, and the spirit of 76. 7 over 6. What's on the outside holding the water in? 7 and 6. The spirit of 67 is water. W235, A1. 231. Creation of 231 worlds of AC. In the DC world, the negative world of black, where red comes into play, the blood. Here's number 5. And this is the meanest dragon you're ever going to see. This is a mean dragon. When I turn him on the side and he's all stretched out, take away his eyes. Okay? Take a look over here. 1, 2. Balancing. Over here. You see the 2 eyes? Let me see if I can fix this up here. See this eye and this eye? See these 2 pieces? These can either be the eggs or the hatchet. This thing in the background right here. This thing over here, what is it? What are these? What is everything? And if you look at these are pretty interesting. There's a black mask. I really can't say it, but look how he holds up his hand. He purposely holds up his hand, okay, that this thumb is next to him. Otherwise, you really won't know which way he is, if he's forward or sideways, because sideways can say this is the one half of my face. The other face gets color. It gets the suit. It comes into this world, yellow and red. It comes into this world. The 1 and 9 ball and the 3 and 11. 1 and 9 is 10. 3 and 11 is 14. 10 and 14 is the 24 hours a day. Man 10, sitting on the cross 14, 24 hours a day. We sit 24 hours a day of 6 days and 1 day and 3 days. And we put up our hands and we swear to the legions of the what? Legions? I don't know. Last time there was a legion on me, I was in the hospital trying to get it off. Oh, but it's not the same in this one. It's not the same? Open up your dictionary and prove who's right. This one shows the Mayans all over it. This one shows how the islands have been brought together, the one side and the other side, dropping the heart off on only one side. He holds a shaft, honoring white and yellow. The blue crosses through his heart. As you can see, it is only of center. You can see the blue outlooks from underneath the cloak. From underneath the cloak, the electric world, he spoke. So now we can connect this part all the way to this part. He shows you a D and a B, 2, 4. He shows you 3 worlds here. You see the things that go together? $888. The 2 cards. You see the 2 cards? Because of the crease in the center, it says 888. That's where we are right now. Right now. I believe that comet is 20 kilometers. I believe that the word destiny is not just the word destiny, that somehow this comet had to be, to break up the matrix system, they had to do what they had to do to this planet, to break up the matrix system that it works with, that they run. They run it through their ways, okay? And what I think is Project Destiny is all about having some kind of big thing and fighting this thing in space, sending space up and something up to laser this thing so it doesn't completely destroy, or to move it over somewhere else, just to bounce it off its course so it actually does come down here. Instead of going away, they make it purposely fall here. But they don't get it to fall because it's some sort of ship, but the rock falls off. What is the rock? The rock is something that moves so often around something that stays alive, that picks and gathers up. It starts off like a stone this big. ISON was this big at the beginning, and now she's this big. She started out 1,000,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago, or 25,000 years ago, this big, and now it's this big. Everything came to the bottom of the funnel at the same time until it created this big rock. So what are they going to do? They're going to help you out. I heard the new radio station, FEMA, is opening up. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, together in one station, AM and FM. You are welcome here to the end of your stay, which will be shortly, as we can't keep you around due to too many diseases we can't control. You'll have to understand, we are in the Army and we only do what's right. Watch all our movies. In every single one of our movies, one Army man goes down for the country. One Army man goes down for the country. One Army man goes down for the country. That's retarded. We're always trying to save the country, but when it comes to money-related articles, they turn around, and for the country, I haven't seen, anyways, I don't want to get into it. All I know is I'm going to do a piece a little bit later, on the countries, and I just wanted to show you that every corner is 202. Why it's 202? Because it's 1, 2, corner, 1, 2. So it's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. But they don't want you to take away the 1 from any of them because it's 101. They just tell you it's 201. So that way you take nothing away from them and you still have your position. Look, 0, 1, 1. 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So what number is what? What? Thank you for watching.